Stop recording.
Go ahead.
I was going to say real fast about
Chrome, new tab window. Chromobox options. Visited.
Yeah.
Address stop recording. Button. Chrome, meet TKGT1.
Go ahead, Manuel.
I was just saying that I see your information both at the Chime campus or Capsis.
Where'd Manny go?
I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Volume.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but you're kind of low key, like you're on an iPhone or something.
Hey.
Hey, what?
What are you saying?
What?
Oh my
Hey,
God!
what are you?
Popping up or something, Manny?
Okay, I'm gonna leave and come back.
What I was going to say on real quick to finish up, it would be really wonderful if there were.
I wonder if it's my audio or his. No, I think it's his.
No,
because I can hear you just fine.
Well, right, that's my email address from Google.
Okay. Let me.
Yeah, there's a very big. Yeah, but there's a delay. There's a really long delay. There's a delay. He had a long delay, Sandy. It seemed like 10 seconds or longer. They get hollow and see if that helps. I just turned off the number. Is that any better, Sandy?
Yeah. I'm here.
Not anybody.
I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here.
Yeah. Okay. I hear you. Yeah. I got it. Okay. Now my wife is about to walk in.
Well, no problem.
Yeah. I was gonna. Yeah, I know. Well, she's blind also, and so am I. So, by the way, when I was coming in, it was complaining that Google needs to see to allow your camera, and I pushed allow on the camera. It says cannot find camera. I'm like, is it going to let me in or not? And it did.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I swear to God, if I've been closer to you, I've just been coming over there and met your fucking keyboard, because this is pissing me so much off. Okay, let's see here. I think he's back now.
Yeah, there's Manny. Let me just tell my wife something. You guys got.
Yeah, copy that.
Can you hear?
Yeah, we can hear just fine, Manny.
Okay.
I heard just fine. Now, I definitely had a problem with that before. But yeah, I can hear just fine now.
Cool.
I just want to say, thank you for the last meeting. I mean, that was outstanding. I mean, absolutely outstanding. The whole kind of musical parts, man. I mean, that was fucking like back to the 60s at NASA.
Oh yeah.
That was amazing. I'm wondering if Felix actually shows up today. But
Oh yeah.
10:22. I think I hear my ride down.
I wouldn't get down.
Maybe. I
wow.
won't be back.
What?
I'm not screaming. No! We're all screaming together.
Let's see here. I wonder if Felix is gonna come.
I don't know. I was gonna think about that, because I mean, man, that guy, you just can't contain him. I mean, he's worse than me. I mean, I used to be called. People call me diva around here. I mean, when Felix is around, I'm tame as a kitten. But oh well. I ain't nothing like.
Have two divs.
What?
Devos or divas on the call.
Oh yeah.
You said you can't have two devos or divas on the call.
That's what I mean.
Manny.
Yes, sir.
Well, real quick, I was going to say from before your audio got weird, and I turned off my speech on the Chromebook, so that helps a little, I think. It would be wonderful if there were a device, either an app on the iPhone or some other thing, where as somebody walked by with a cologne or a perfume, it would announce the name of that cologne or perfume.
No, why?
Ah.
Why'd that be?
Well, because if you like one, you want to go to Macy's or somewhere and buy it.
Yeah, but
Right.
you just go and ask a person and say, "Can I sniff your armpits?"
Well, no, Jesus, Christmas. No.
That might work for you. That might work for you.
And
Most of us.
the even funnier thing is there, Sandy. See, my wife and I are prudes, and to hear you swearing and stuff, it's kind of weird to hear a woman swearing. But beyond that, you swear so fast that you barely even know you used the word. You know.
You really think so?
Funny. Oh, you're blushing. I can see that.
Man, I think Manny, that guy is scary. You know, he only known me for like one month or something like that. Now he's talking like he's slowly getting to know my mind. Number 3, next we know his wife was some order Chromebook as well. This is how we do it. This group, we lure people in. This is cool. That's awesome. I'm on board with that.
So I'm being brainwashed here. Is that...
I don't know. I mean, think about his name, dude. Chime. I mean,
I changed Sandy. I changed my name from Larry about 3.5 years ago.
You changed. No, I'm not sure. Yeah, I think I heard something about it, but I didn't really pay attention. I mean, but. I'm kind of I'm a yogini, if you know what that means. I mean, I'm big time into yoga, so chime, that works for me. There's probably some history behind that one.
No, it's just when I was on PrimeNet, which was an internet provider back in the 90s.
Copy.
And I wanted a username to rhyme with Prime, and I love the sound of chimes.
Okay.
So I went with chime at primenet.com, and over the years, every time I changed, when I went to CT, the different shell accounts.
I was more thinking about something, but that's okay. I mean, chime, jingle bells, whatever.
Keep going.
Right, but go ahead, Manny.
No, it's just saying. Tell me the story. So you changed it.
So on St. Patrick's Day in 2007, I went to the Van Nuys Courthouse here in Southern California. It cost me about $600, and I changed my name. And of course, there was no real hearing or anything. Nobody contested it, but you have to put an ad in the paper for 3 days or something, so that in case there's a creditor looking for it, there's a procedure for it.
Oh yeah.
And I'm so glad I did that, and my wife insisted every year on that date we celebrate and we go out to dinner or something. She calls it my rebirth.
Hey, I think that's really, really cute that she insists on that.
Yeah, well, we're kind of romantic in a certain way,
Okay, in a certain way. That's going to be interesting right now. I can hear this.
She's a Gemini and I'm an Aquarian, and these Geminis just fall in love with us Aquarians so much.
Oh, Geminis are cute though.
Hey, Pisces just love ourselves.
Oh, that's funny. So, Manny, are you a Linux person or what?
No, I'm pretty much Windows, Mac, and whatever else comes along.
He's pretty much Yoki. He's in Loki. He's Yoki.
So the question is, Manny, if you're familiar with the Mac, I barely even used the Mac. I mean, at the Apple Store, because all the Apple stores are closed here now.
100%.
I know that there's a Linux prompt on there, but do they have?
No. That's not true. It's not a Linux prompt that's on Mac. That's BSD, sir. I need to say this and stretch it to this.
Okay, thank you. I'll take that. Yeah, that's. But it acts like a Linux prompt. But
yeah, that's right. To some degree.
Do they have flat review? Like they do in JAWS or NVDA or Speak Up.
No.
Manny.
I guess I don't use Mac in that capacity, so I couldn't tell you if it's comparable or not.
I can demonstrate this. I guess I have a Mac that I can fire up and just and do this if it works. I don't know. We can find out if you want to.
Yeah, that would be wonderful because one of my other Linux experts is willing to sell me his old Mac at some really nice price.
And then you're gonna wait, and then you're gonna send the Mac all the way over to me because I'm so sweet, right?
That's romantic.
That's romantic.
If you weren't blind, and B, if my camera were working, I would make a face at you right now. But okay.
It really doesn't matter if I'm blind or not because I just fire up the artificial sight and then I'll be able to see the face. So you go right ahead and fix your camera.
Okay. Yeah, I just did, but you know.
That's okay.
Yeah. It's just kind of silly that the.
So I have a question. How do I prove to you whether it's flat review or not? I mean, I can have a million lines inside of that terminal window.
Yeah, but how do you go up and read your most recent line or the lines above that?
I type VO key. I type the CTRL command key and then I type arrow up. But Manny is doing it for you now.
Sorry, no.
Manny is doing you. No, he's not doing you. But
I have a lot of. So right now, Chime, I'm at work. So like, I'm still kind of doing my support stuff that I do. So there's always things that I'm gonna. Generally, I start to mute myself so that the computers don't talk so much. But
right, and we don't want you to get in trouble either.
Oh no. My boss told me part of these, part of any kind of Google user groups and that kind of thing. So that's cool.
Yeah, the point about the flat review for you guys, which you may or may not know, is like in Speak Up and in NVDA, you use the numpad row, the 4, 5, and 6 to read the current.
N-person Bill Gurn Delta Giant mode. Dialog. Kenny hit.
Current line, next line, previous line kind of thing. And if you go below that,
Kenny hit.
you read the
button. Press search.
Guys, say welcome to Kenny in 3, 2, 1.
I'm so glad Kenny's joining us. Hi, Kenny.
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome aboard. It's Manny and Chime and Sandy.
Ah.
And I was telling Sandy earlier, you and I were here for like over an hour after the meeting was over 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm being kind of jealous right now. Kenny, before we say anything else, because of the meeting, I said this on the meeting, there's also a technical character, blah, blah, blah. We're going to record the thing and put it somewhere when we're done. So just in case there's anything.
Oh, it's cool. I don't care if you record. I assume a meeting is public.
Coolly.
Remember, you're talking to somebody who's been locked in the Google world for a decade, so Google gives me a kind of different view than the mainstream when it comes to data and privacy.
Really? Yeah. I'd love to hear about that.
Well, the perfect example is my Pixel 3 has an app on it called Device Personalization. What it does is you allow it to see everything you do, and throughout the day, your phone changes behavior depending on what's going on.
Wow,
that makes sense.
That phone would not want to belong to me for a very long time. I can promise you that. Definitely not around the bedroom.
Well, I'm okay with it because you get cool things like, for example, I'm going to get a notification pretty soon that says, "Hey, your phone's battery is going to die before you normally charge it. You should consider plugging it in." And it won't be when it gets down to 15%. It'll be based on what it's seen me do.
Window. TKGPP.
It kind of like takes your previous behaviors.
Camera. Stop recording.
Cool. And it fine-tunes the environment to suit what you do on a regular basis.
Exactly.
That's kind of nice. That's cool. Yeah.
That's actually quite smart.
I'm okay with it because no matter what you think, you're going to be tracked somehow. You might as well get the maximum benefit out of it. And when it comes to looking at business models, for now at least, Google still has the best business model for collecting your data and keeping it to themselves.
Right.
I don't care if they're keeping it to themselves. I mean, they call me a diva, and I probably guess they have a reason for it. That's okay.
I don't think so.
No, I know you don't, but yeah.
It's all overblown. Believe me, it's all way overblown, right?
I don't know. I mean, if you listen to, Chime got me John was actually quite, he nailed it really before. I didn't want to say anything, but I was like, whoa, that guy figured me out way faster than normal people do. But that's okay. I mean, that's okay. I have to change my tactics. That's cool. I can live with it.
Your audio getting swirly.
Yeah, that's just how it
Hey,
is.
Kenny,
Yes.
where are you calling from?
Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh, okay. I'm in Arizona.
Oh, you're in Arizona. And you guys, I'm in Southern California.
Yeah, so if I didn't live in an apartment building, I could get 2 gigabit fiber from Google Fiber if I wanted it. Because Huntsville built our own fiber network, and so all the ISPs in the area now just get to use fiber as a privilege offered by our city.
Ooh.
So if you annoy us as an ISP, we can just tell you can't use our fiber network anymore.
Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
Does everywhere that has Google Fiber have Google Fiber TV as well?
I don't know, because I'm in an apartment building, and what happens in my city is apartment buildings, the landlord doesn't allow Google Fiber to run cable into the building. So my internet choices for wired internet are Comcast or AT&T.
But AT&T, is it UVerse, or is it just the AT&T Fiber here in Southern California? It's 1 gig. They only promise you 940 megs, but it's not available in my area just yet.
I haven't looked into it, but now that AT&T can actually offer fiber in my area. When they used to offer DSL, I had issues with them as a company, and I've tried to do business with Comcast multiple times. My final solution was just go to a cell plan and say, screw it. Since my main computer is a cell phone anyway, I don't care. When the building Wi-Fi drops out but now that I've put the SIM card back in my Pixel 3, when my building Wi-Fi drops out, my Chromebook is just going to pop up a message and handshake with my Pixel 3 and switch to LTE.
Yeah.
So I don't have to care.
By the way, your suggestion that you made to me about 2 weeks ago, one of my Linux people didn't think that would help me about dual booting the Chromebook with Debian SID.
It wouldn't, because the same reason I don't want to do it is because the keyboard layout on the Chromebook isn't suitable. That's why I wouldn't end up doing it. But if I wanted to do development, that's how I do it right now, because it'd be the easiest way for me to do it.
Right. Yeah. So
but I'm in a different world than you. Remember, I used to help maintain Debian boot floppies, so I'm familiar with low-level operating systems and installers. So
sure. So my question for I don't know who was a couple of you were gonna go into the Mac and tell me if they have Flat Review, and I was explaining about what keystrokes they use in Flat Review for NVDA and SpeakUp, and so that's where we left off about 10 minutes ago or something.
I kind of like how he ends up with or something, but maybe that's just me. I mean, I could go into introvert mode as well, as we just heard.
Well, which one of you was going to fire up a Mac to find out? I don't.
Oh yeah,
remember
that was
which
me.
one
But I thought that that was me. I told you I would do it
Okay.
for, and I will. But you started talking right after. I was like, he can listen to me and talk at the same time. I mean, I'm a female,
I
can barely
can't-
do that
no.
myself.
It's funny because my wife always says women can multitask more than men. I don't know why.
Oh,
If
trust
that's
me,
true.
you can tell your wife right for me that we can multitask better than you can ever do. You should. You want to give me brutal examples? I can do this, but we don't do this right now. Remember the record.
Now where it's being recorded.
No, I was about to say the recorder is going, and he already busted me once. But that's okay.
I think all I said was about your rapid swearing. That was
Yeah. I was like, when you're making it sound like a Western sailor out of Minneapolis, but
Well,
that's okay.
no, our language is pretty clean compared to me.
Sailors curse slow enough for you to understand them.
But some of the Aussies will put the GD word as one word, and they say it really fast. It's
Day.
like really funny.
Day.
Yeah, I know.
Good day.
Yeah, good day.
But
Yeah.
seriously, one day it would be fun to celebrate Susie's favorite holiday, Christmas, which I don't like, but because I'm Jewish. But beyond that, to celebrate it in Australia or New Zealand or something where it's summertime, that would be fun.
That really would.
And
It gets old quickly when you live in a place with a summer climate. It gets really sad when you have temperatures around 20 degrees Celsius on Christmas.
oh, but that's only 68. That's nothing. I mean, I think the warmest Christmas day we ever had in LA was 85 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, but remember, I'm in a part of the country where you can have snow. So the fact that the Christmas doesn't have snow kind of makes it depressing.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. We got lots.
I wouldn't mind winter if somebody could invent hot snow.
Hot snow.
Yeah.
You know, I heard. Hey, Chime, I heard about. You know, there are many different kinds of snow, and as Pete Marino says in one of those wonderful books, white snow is okay, but stay away from the green ones.
Oh. Well, I'm colorblind, so I couldn't tell you. I'm colorblind against all of them.
Yeah, but you have an iPhone, I can tell you.
Yeah, and the other
Chime,
thing
Chime,
about,
I got a question for you. Say that you're colorblind. So I mean that they're all black, right?
I've never seen a day in my life, so it's the concept is something I can't grasp, you know.
Cover that.
And people do ask me, when I dream in sight? Well, I couldn't. I never saw. Unlike my wife, who went blind about 21 years ago, and she still dreams in full color every night.
Yeah, see, that's the weird thing because
Wow.
I have eyesight in one eye, so maybe that's the reason. Because I dream in color and sight and everything. I mean, it's kind of amazing. Then you wake up and you kind of go, where the fuck is my eyeglasses?
Yeah, you've got the data reference points to translate it, Sandy. That's maybe why you can use the voice so much better.
Yeah,
See, I've never had visual input.
Maybe.
I was also born blind, so translating what the voice is trying to create into a visual scene for me just doesn't work at all.
Yeah, exactly. And
My visualization is so different. I do visualize constantly, but it's not the same type of visual input you've had.
Exactly.
Kenny, did you have ROP also?
No, I was born blind.
Yeah, I thought so was I, but it was ROP, what they used to call RLF.
Nah, for me, it was just, being born in rural Alabama in the late mid-'60s.
No, I mean, the reason you're blind is what?
That was a forceps delivery.
No, I get you. I know exactly what you mean. A forceps, yeah.
Yeah, my mom was in labor for over 20 hours, and they ended up using forceps, and so it did brain damage. It damaged put pressure on the optic nerve, essentially.
Okay, that's okay. Yeah, my wife was dragged out sort of like that too, and she had a bunch of eye surgeries. Yeah, but in my case, it was too much oxygen, and they knew better by that time.
Now, this was rural Alabama, dude. They didn't have access to stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
They didn't have oxygen. No, I'm teasing.
No, I mean, like I say, it was a small hospital in rural Alabama. It wasn't like Birmingham.
Hey guys,
they really had a different approach.
Guys, you know how Alabama was back in the 60s? I mean, come on, we all know. Really.
Right.
It's a bunch of...
It's not the same now, but the stereotypes from the 60s.
No, I don't know exactly.
In reality, the world has changed radically.
Yeah, the world has changed, but they still make some of the best rocket engines in the fucking whole world.
Well, I mean, I'm lucky. See, I'm in range of Muscle Shoals FM radio stations still, so it's a trip sometimes because it's the only area that still does local programming.
Oh yeah.
And they'll bring in they'll interview local musicians who played on stuff over the years. Because they'll come in and work a shift on the station, so it's kind of cool.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Kenny, do you have an HD radio?
No.
Oh.
I migrated to the internet for music, pretty much.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, they're only like Spark is the only one that seems to make HD radios that have speech. But,
yeah, my attitude about it was, since local radio effectively became all automated and basically died, why waste my time on it and put up with the commercials when I can just subscribe to a music streaming service and hear what I want when I want it?
Well, that's true, except how do you find out about a new product if a disc jockey's not just picking it for you?
The AI does it.
Oh, okay.
And as a matter of fact, what's cool about the AI nowadays is it's introducing me to old stuff I didn't hear at the time it came out because I was listening to other things at the time.
Sure, I get that. I think Manny wanted to say something.
Oh, no. I'm just thinking that thankfully, we have a lot of examples of what Kenny just described. But here in Tucson, we also have something, KXCI Community Radio, where you still get to hear lots of great programming, Native American reggae, you know.
Oh, you're so lucky, man. Because all that died here. There's nothing.
Oh,
I gave
dude.
up. There's nothing left.
Yeah, no. If you ever want, look.
Clear Channel bought all of it, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but his station,
KCI,
Yes,
and it is on most services.
Yes, my Pixel should just be able to play. I'll just tell it to play it because it's essentially all the radio, terrestrial radio stations that broadcast on the net get integrated into Google Assistant. So,
yeah. Okay. Well.
So, but I have a couple of questions for Kenny. Okay.
yeah, because I had some questions for you actually about your hardware stuff. So go ahead.
Really? You had some questions for me about my what?
You were talking about the reason for the meeting being about fiddling around with swap and RAM.
Absolutely. So I was pretty much like
question first.
I was about to say I'm just gonna stop this one video and then I'm gonna turn it up again. So I kind of get this split into two. Oh man, having these meetings is kind of like, you know, we put up a schedule and then we take it as it comes. That's what I love about you guys. I mean, you always make my life so interesting.
Well, I'm free most of the time. I'm just unless my cat has plans for me, you know.
Okay, that sounded pretty much like a dating offer, but that's okay.
Well, a cat's a roommate. They're not a pet. So you pretty much have, you know, she's a demanding type cat. More than my previous cat was mellow.
Oh, don't say this. They call me
Just be
Diva.
calling
I'm
about
probably
everything,
nothing else, but that's okay.
You know.
Okay, so hold on. Let me just
Camera window. Camera.
let me just go ahead.
Go to gallery.
and
Microphone.
That's
Tick stop
both
recording.
types,
Button.
Jenny, I know what
Microphone
you
stop
mean.
recording.
Yes, exactly.